Welcome everybody to Train Tuesday. So glad you could join us. I'm your host, Jim Wiggin. And if you are joining us live tonight, this is a pre-recorded episode, but thank you for joining us here on the live. We appreciate your support. Likewise, if you have caught us on our YouTube channel, thank you. If you like what you see, please feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you're notified every time a new Athearn video is dropped onto our channel. Well, tonight we're going to be talking HO and N scale, and we're going to stay within the Athearn line. We're going to talk a little bit about some locomotives as well as containers and chassis and trailers. So we've got a full program for you tonight. Everything that I'm going to be talking about is available right now for pre-order through your Athearn dealer. Now those pre-orders will close the end of the day, which is Friday, September 1st. So again, if there's something that you see that you would like to pre-order, go ahead and contact your dealer. You have until the end of the day, Friday, September 1st, and that's coming right up. So without further ado, let's talk about our first subject, and that is the GP60. This is part of the Athearn line. We've done a little bit of updating on these. These are sound ready. They're going to have speakers included if you buy the DC version. Likewise, these also are available with sound and decoder by Soundtracks. These will include the economy. So let's talk a little bit about the EMD GP60. Now, when the GP59s and the GP60s were first introduced, 3 demonstrator versions of each type were tested and evaluated all around the United States by many railroads. The GP60 model proved to be popular with Western-based carriers initially and was utilized by the Southern Pacific and Santa Fe for their high-speed intermodal service. Norfolk Southern acquired both GP59 and GP60 models later on, and after the mega mergers of the 1990s, the GP60 found themselves in new paint schemes and in service for new railroads such as Union Pacific and BNSF. Now, CSX began to acquire GP60s secondhand after about 2010. Being assigned to locals and yard jobs, these distinctive locomotives are still in service today, and we wanted to offer them to you. Now, these are Athearn models, so they're not going to be as detailed as the Genesis models. However, they're going to have a little bit more detail to them than your standard Athearn roundhouse. This is a good middle-of-the-road locomotive, great for you guys that like to do kit bashing or just generally want to get some new motive power into your fleet and save a little bit on your wallet. So coming up first, we've got the Union Pacific. Now this is an early 2000s era. As you can see, it's got the red sill. Pictured here is 5869. We're also offering 5880. And we have Union Pacific specific features on these models. These are going to feature forward ditch lights, which if you go for the economy version, those will function. You're going to have the nose brake wheel. You're also going to have a large front plow, large dynamic brakes, late EMD truck side frames, hood-mounted horn, and cab AC. So again, these are 2000s era. This is early 2000s, since it is a red sill. Had a lot of requests for these Union Pacific locomotives. And we've also got some Santa Fe. Now, we've had some comments on these Santa Fe locomotives in the comments. A lot of you keen-eye observers of the Santa Fe know that these had nose-mounted headlights. These do not have nose-mounted headlights due to complications in the mold process. Now, we could tool this up to include nose headlights. However, that would require us to bring these into the next line, which would be Genesis. Quite frankly, right now, we don't have the bandwidth at work to get that done. Now, perhaps in the future, we can offer these as a Genesis model and have those nose headlights. However, we did want to offer the Santa Fe as is for those modelers that want to enjoy a GP60 in Santa Fe. Now, also, the other point I want to reference is these are based on a locomotive from 1989. As such, they will not have ditch lights. A lot of folks have been asking why the Santa Fe units did not have ditch lights. Quite frankly, it's because of the era, 1989, which was before the FRA mandate. Now we're offering 3 different road numbers with the Athearn Santa Fe locomotives. Here you can see 4025. We're also going to offer 2 others, 4034 and 4037. Now, as far as features specific to the Santa Fe, These are going to have the beacon effect, which again, if you go with the economy version, that beacon will function. That's a first time for the GP60s within the Athearn line. They're also going to have nose ratchet brakes, small front plow, late dynamic brakes, late EMD truck side frames, hood mounted horn, and cab AC. Going a little bit more modern now, we're going to talk about two roads that we're offering that are a little bit more contemporary. First, we've got BNSF. This is based on 2010 on up. We're doing two road numbers on these. These are both prime for grime, by the way. Very popular. We're offering BNSF 183 that you can see here, as well as BNSF 196. The features specific to the BNSF release, faded colors, of course, because it's part of the prime for grime. Nose ditch lights. So on the front, it has ditch lights. The rear does not. Nose ratchet brake, small front plow, late dynamic brakes, late EMD truck side frames, hood mounted horn, and cab AC. On the other side of the coast, we've got Norfolk Southern. Again, this is a 2010 on up based model. Here we have 7129, and we'll also be offering 7141. Now, the Norfolk Southern features alternating forward and rear ditch lights. That is available with the economy version. Basically, when you select the horn, the lights will alternate per the prototype. That's a big question that we get a lot on Norfolk Southern locomotives. Well, rest assured, if you get the economy version, this is going to have the alternating ditch lights. You're also going to have the nose brake wheel, large front plow, late dynamic brakes, mid EMD truck side frames, hood mounted horn, and cab AC. Got some other favorites here for you. We're going to start with the Cotton Belt. This is a 1988 era locomotive. We're doing three different road numbers with the Cotton Belt. Here you see 9659, but we're also going to include 9672 as well as 9701. Now the Cotton Belt locomotives will feature a beacon if you go with the economy version. That beacon will function with the economy version. Nose brake wheel, large front plow, late dynamic brakes, late EMD truck side frames, cab mounted horn, and a cab AC. Now the next one carries a trigger warning because I know how divisive this is with a lot of you modelers. No, the D&H never had GP60s, but they could have. And if they had, they perhaps would look a lot like this. This is part of our legendary liveries. This is based on a locomotive as it could have appeared in 1988. Here we have two road numbers. The front that we're showing you here is D&H 7700. We're also offering another one, 7707. Delaware and Hudson features for these legendary liveries are front ditch lights, nose ratchet brake, small front plow, late dynamic brakes, mid EMD truck side frames, and a cab mounted horn. Staying within the 80s, we've got the Texas Mexican Railway, specifically 1989. Here you can see unit number 869, and we're also offering an additional road number for the Texas Mexican Railway. That is number 870. These will feature a beacon that will work if you get the economy version, nose brake wheel, large front plow, late dynamic brakes, late EMD truck side frames, cab mounted horn, and a cab AC. Now, along with the Texas Mexican, we've also got this cool locomotive leasing partners. So this is the perfect locomotive if you are operating a railroad that didn't have GP60s and you kind of want to add one of these to your fleet. That's understandable. So we did two road numbers with the locomotive leasing. These are based on 2000s era, early 2000s. We have 6001 pictured here, and we also have 6002 available as well. Some of the features on these locomotives will have the beacon effect, again with the economy, the nose ratchet brake, small front plow, early dynamic brakes, late EMD truck side frames, cab mounted horn. So let's talk a little bit about the features of the GP60 in general. These are going to come one of two ways. You can get these DC, or you can get them with the Soundtrax Economy equipped. Now, one thing to remember with the DC versions, they're sound ready. All the non-sound come with speakers already installed. So even though they're DC, they're already going to have those speakers installed, and they're going to have a 21-pin setup, so you can add the decoder of your choice. Basically, think of the DC versions as DCC ready with a 21-pin NEM plug and speakers already installed. Couldn't be any easier. These are going to have brake wheel or ratchet brake on the nose per the prototype, individually applied wire form grab irons, separately applied detail parts. Of course, these have been upgraded to LED illuminated front and rear headlights, and based on the prototype, ditch lights and beacons where applicable. These will feature all-wheel drive with precision gears for smooth and quiet operation, all-wheel electrical pickup, and a 5-pole motor with precision machined flywheels with a multi-link drive for trouble-free operation. Of course, these will also include nickel-plated blackened machined metal wheels. They will have the RP25 contours on them, so they operate on all types of track. And the minimum radius on these, you can run these on an 18-inch radius. However, recommended is 22-inch. Now, this is MSRP, so talk to your dealer for your price. Full MSRP on the non-sound versions are $179.99. If you go with the Economy by Soundtrax equipped locomotive, it would be $249.99. Now again, remember, since we are the manufacturer, that is MSRP. You need to talk to your dealer what your price will be. All right, coming up next, we're going to get into containers, and we're going to be talking about the Athearn HO 53-foot Jindo containers. Now, we're only doing one pack of each road, but we had some requests for these containers. We had announced these a previous run about a year ago, and we had a lot of feedback on wanting to see another run. So these are just going to be one pack per road. These are all going to be also mid-2000s era containers, so they're perfect for you contemporary guys. And as always, the one pack will include 3 containers. They're all going to have different road numbers. That way you don't have to worry about duplicates. So here is Alaska Marine. We're including containers with road numbers of 530118, as well as 530125 and 530133. Crowley is next. Once again, 3-pack, including road numbers 901, 4853, 901, 4900, and 901, 5226. Keep in mind these are contemporary 2000s era containers. Here's the Matson containers. 3 different road numbers in this set, including 281019, 281048, and 281092. Rail Run is next. This is a really neat looking container. This pack will include road numbers 2210141, as well as 2211464 and 2216092. A lot of you guys were asking for C Star, so we wanted to go ahead and offer those here for you. C Star is going to have road numbers 8333418, as well as 833490, 8333907. And then finally, we're going to offer the stacks. These have actually been very popular. A lot of you guys must have been asking for these in our Athearn product suggestion email, so thank you for that. This too will have 3 different road numbers. Here we've got 939033, 939054, and 939077. Now, once again, these are all new road numbers. We've not offered these in the past. They're easily stackable, and of course, each container is individually numbered as I've read these to you. That way you don't have to worry about duplicates. MSRP on these is $44.99. You have till Friday, September 1st to place your pre-orders. Again, talk to your dealer for your price because $44.99 is MSRP. Coming back from my show in Nebraska and the St. Louis RPM, a lot of you guys had come to the booth and shared with me that you wanted to see more container chassis, specifically the 53-foot container chassis. Now, the one that I'm showing you right here, this is a CSX pack. This is a 2-pack. These are actually in stock right now, so if you're in desperate need of these chassis, contact your dealer now. If you want to know what the part number is for the ones pictured here, their part number is ATH 26034. Again, these are CSX. They're pretty contemporary. This also gives you an idea, if you're not familiar with our container chassis, just how detailed they are. There's a lot of printing that goes into these chassis. So here's the roads that we're going to be offering in this run. These are all contemporary, mid-2000s to modern day. First up is the Union Pacific. Now for each pack that we're selling, there's 2 chassis. Those chassis will have individual road numbers, such as the Union Pacific seen here, 141665, but it will also include road number 171733. Likewise, the BNSF and the newer wedge paint scheme, this is available. This will come with 2 different road numbers, 535200 as well as 535389. The bottom one there is JB Hunt, another one that we've gotten a lot of requests for lately. Road number 1277777 as well as 127905 are available for pre-order. That's basically you get 2 chassis in one package. Couple of more for your consideration. We have the Norfolk Southern, another popular road. Here you see 132766, and we're also going to have in that pack 132900. In the middle, you see the Pacer stack train. Again, perfect for the mid-2000s on up. 807635 and 808008 make up the road numbers for that pack. And then on the bottom, we have Sea Castle. This is going to have 2 chassis, of course, 181652 and 181641. Now, the big takeaways on these chassis is there's 2 chassis per pack, just like I had mentioned, and the razor sharp printing and painting. These things look great. Those pictures, as nice as those pictures are, they don't really do these models justice. Take a look at one of these. They are available for pre-order. And then we've got like that CSX one that I showed you earlier that are actually available now. Take a look at those. You'll get to see just how detailed they are. And of course, for this run, we are offering contemporary paint schemes. Now, MSRP on these is $39.99. Contact your dealer for your price. Pre-orders on these container chassis close Friday, September 1st. So that's coming right up. Staying on the theme, we're going to talk trailers now. We're going to start with the Athearn HO 40-foot Fruehauf Z-Van Trailer. Now, in the 1970s and going into the 1980s, Fruehauf Corporation was one of the more prolific builders of semi-trailers that were designed specifically for intermodal service. Trailer equipment that was designed to be carried on flat cars as part of rail operations usually carried the letter Z as the last letter of the reporting mark, hence Fruehauf's designation of Z-Van. Now, such equipment was built to higher durability standards than normal trailers, as it had to withstand the rigors of both road and rail travel. And that's what we're offering for you this month. Now here, you can get an idea of what these look like. This is a Fruehauf trailer from the last release. This is Missouri Pacific 202241. And while these are new, they have been selling quite quickly. So if you like the Missouri Pacific, you might want to go ahead and check your hobby shop now. They may have a few of these left. If you are looking for the part number for this particular trailer, it is ATH 16134. Now let's talk about the ones that we're going to be offering for pre-order this month. We're going to stay mainly in the 1970s here. Here we've got the Conrail. This is a late 1970s paint scheme. We've got two road numbers for you to choose from. As pictured here, we have 200432, but we're also offering 201013. The ever popular 1970s Illinois Central Piggy is back. This is a crowd favorite. As you can see here, 201035 is pictured, and you can also pick up 201048 to complete your Illinois Central 1970s theme. Staying in the 1970s, we also have the Cotton Belt. This is available in two different road numbers, such as 20-9120 as pictured here, as well as 20-9126. 1970s era Extra, the Extra Leasing Truck Company. This is also 1970 on up. We've got 231301 pictured here. You can also pick up 231377. These interesting trailers are also available starting with the Reamer Express lines. This is a 1970s era trailer. 4465 is pictured here. You can also pick up 4478. And then moving to the 1980s, in fact, the only trailer that we have in this release for the 1980s, Leiden Transport. 400123 is pictured here. Go ahead and pick up 400166 as well to put that in your 1980s era fleet. Now, some of the features on the HO scale trailers is separately applied mud flaps, rubber tires, 2 or 4 door rods per the prototype. So the door rods, some of these came with 2, some of them came with 4. Depending on the prototype will depend on what number of rods will be included on the doors on your model. They're also going to have wheeled or shoe style landing gear per the prototype. Fully assembled, ready to use. The only thing you need to do is maybe a little bit of weathering, depending on what era you're modeling. Of course, these are highly detailed based on the Fruehauf 40-foot trailer, and they are all painted and printed per the prototype. Now, MSRP on these guys is $29.99. Again, that is full retail. Talk to your dealer for your price. Now, N-Scale guys, I told you I had something for you as well, and I didn't want to disappoint you. We are offering the same trailers that we're offering in the HO scale size in N-Scale as well. We're also going to let you have the same road numbers, and they're going to be 2 different per road. Now, the Z-Van was originally available in the 40-foot that you see here, but later on in life, 45-foot was also offered. Many of the 40-foot trailers were subsequently extended to 45-foot. Refrigeration equipment was also available, as well as different landing gear and door rod configurations. Construction began with the rib-sided versions, which we're going to talk about here. Then they proceeded to the bead-sided construction, and then finally the smooth side version, representing the most modern construction method at the time. So we're going to be doing earlier runs here. Here we've got the Conrail and the Illinois Central. These are 1970s era. Keep in mind that these are going to be available in 2 different road numbers per road. Conrail, you can see, is 200432. You also have the option to pick up 201013. And likewise, Illinois Central, we've pictured 201035. You can pick up 20148 as well. You also have the option of some more for the 1970s. The Cotton Belt, pictured here, is 20-9120. You can pick up 20-9126. And then the Extra, 1970s era, 231301 is pictured here. You can also pick up 231377. And we didn't want to leave these out for you either. Starting at the top, staying within the 1970s, we've got Rainier Express lines. We've got 4465 pictured, and you can also pick up 4478. If you're an N-scale guy and you're modeling more of the 1980s, but you really dig these 40-footers, don't worry, we've got the Leiden Transport. This is 1980s era. Here pictured is 400123, and you can also pick up its cousin 400166. Now, just because these are N scale and smaller doesn't mean that they don't have the detail that you've come to expect from Athearn. These are going to have separately applied mud flaps, rubber tires. These are the beaded side body. They are going to have interchangeable landing gear, so you can have these in the raised position, so they could be on one of your tractor trailers, or they can be mounted on one of the F89F Genesis uh, TOFC cars that we've offered in the past. You can also have them lowered so they can be at a truck stop, a distribution center, wherever you want to put them on your module or layout. Of course, they're fully assembled. You don't have to worry about doing anything but taking them out of the package, selecting the gear length of your choice, and maybe perhaps weathering them. These are perfect for those TOFC operations that I was talking about, the F89F cars that we've offered in N scale. And you can also use them with the Athearn tractors that we've offered in the past as well. Now, MSRP on these is $24.99. Contact your dealer to make sure what your price is. Everything that we talk about here on Train Tuesday is going to be MSRP. So once again, contact your dealer. He's going to tell you what those. So with that, that is just a small portion of some of the items that we have available for pre-order until Friday, September 1st. If you want to see everything, you can go over to athearn.com. And also, if there's something that you didn't see that you would like to see in a future run, feel free to send us an email at athearn-product-suggestions@athearn.com. We do listen to every entry that goes in there. However, keep in mind that we just simply don't have the time to answer every single email that comes in. So if you don't get any response from us, please don't feel hurt. We're not ignoring you. We are actually using that information for future releases. Another thing too, quickly, by the time you're watching this, we are going to be getting ready to set up at the National Train Show in Texas. So if you're available to go to that show, please stop by the Athearn booth. We're going to have a bunch of models that are available for you to purchase at your local dealer, as well as some other surprises and possibly a big announcement. That's all I have for you on this Train Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed this program. Until next time, everyone, be happy, be healthy, be safe, and above all,